Howdy y'all! Thank you for joining us today for this unboxing of Arkham Horror the card game, the Edge of the Earth campaign expansion. This is a change to how they used to do this. It used to be when they started a new campaign, like in this case, the Edge of the Earth, you would get a box a little bit squarer than this that would come with the new characters and the new investigator cards, along with the first big scenario into the campaign, and then they would release 5 other smaller decks in little packs that would be the other parts to continue through the campaign to finish it off. What they've changed now is they make a release that is the character cards, which I did a video of already. The box looks like such, and you can see it added a ton of characters, or 5 new characters, along with some new basic weaknesses, and then a ton of other cards to build your deck with, and also multi-class cards. So that was one change. So you still got that stuff, but now they're putting it all into one box to where you don't have to worry about waiting until every month and hoping you didn't miss a month to be able to get the next piece of the campaign if it was one you wanted to finish. So we're going to take a look at this. I'm not going to be able to go through every single card because it would just make the video super long, but enough to where you can kind of see the campaign and what's going to be going on in it. Because if you look here, it shows you, and I mean from the back of the box, it shows you the typical stuff you'd expect, like some cards, but it looks like you might actually, I don't know, I noticed a little spiral ring. We're going to see if it's an actual book now instead of just a fold out like it normally is for the campaign. But you can also see down here, yeah, 343 scenario cards. That would take me forever to go through every single card, but I'll try to at least show you the front and backs to where you can kind of see stuff. Plus, it used to be also when you got the campaign and you finished it, you would have to get the long box in order to keep everything in. So now you're going to get this big box. Of course, it doesn't match up with the others, but I guess you can stack them next to each other. And as you can see, it makes like a nice, if it was sitting sideways, and just like you would see on the other boxes, except instead of it looking like a card index, now it's just going to be able to see the campaign and know you have it. All right, let's take a look at what's inside of this and see what's changed over it. Now, I'm assuming since they're doing it this way, we won't have something released every month like we were getting. So we'll probably only see something released once every 5 or 6 months now. But all right, so right off the bat, we see it is a spiraled book, which is really nice. Because like normally, just like what I got here with the player book, it normally looks something like this, just a few more pages, whereas now we're getting this nice little book where it has this, and I'm not going to go through every page of this, that way it doesn't reveal everything about the campaign. That way you can see if you want to go through it, but we can see it's got 61 pages, and I'll see how many scenarios. They said it'd be a more diverse, but it looks like the same amount of scenarios as if you would have bought every little box individually. But now you just get it all together in one. And then you can see the sheet that was always in the back to keep track of your scenarios and where you're at. Here's the scenario going through and all the information you need to keep. Now, I think it would have been better since they did do this in a nice book. I've always said if they would have had some of these printed out to where you don't have to go and make your own copies, so you can keep track of stuff without, you know, writing down inside of here. But, and then it's got the encounter set icon and a quick reference and all that, and credits on the back. That's a nice page. A good upgrade there. Advertised for Unfathomable, which I've yet to play, but looking forward to it. And then some of their books, which I have read a few of these, which are pretty good if you want to give them a chance. Then try them out. We can see some punches here, some cardboard punches. I'm not going to pop it open, but I mean, just through the plastic already, it looks like they're punching pretty easy. So, and then we'll take a closer look at these cards. But Yep, looks like the cards for the campaign. And then just like with the other one, now you have this thing where you can put your campaign in order. Would like to see maybe some dividers or something. But no such luck. I was thinking maybe they maybe put them in the bottom. Yeah, some dividers here would have been nice. That way you can divide out your scenario, your campaign or whatever. But all right, let's take a closer look at these cards. Sorry, I went ahead and got these all unwrapped, but it does look like they kind of have them separated out. Like I said, there'd be the beginning of the scenario or the campaign, and then this would probably be the next pack. But I guess now this looks like a little bit shorter. Maybe it isn't, but this does look like the next pack, and this would be like a small amount. I guess if they're combining the campaigns, they could do that, because this looks like about the same size as the next campaign. This looks, or the next scenario, this looks a lot thicker than the next scenario. And then all of a sudden we get a big old one. So I'll flip through these and kind of show you both sides if I can catch it. But like I said, it would take me too long to go through every single card. But at least to see if it's something you want in your scenario here. And if you're not wanting to see any spoilers, just to show you, as you can see, that's a pretty good amount of cards. We're looking, like I said, 330 something cards. So that's a good amount there. So, all right, let's start going through this. And you can see here, first is to let you know what the tokens do if you pull them out of the bag. And then we get the locations. Sorry, these are always the ones I mess up a lot, because try to pay attention to whether I'm flipping it right, and then I always end up knocking it off camera or something like that. We have the treacherous path here, precarious ice sheet, broad snowdrifts, icy wastes. And usually you see most of the locations in the first part. And I think it's because sometimes it'll use stuff from the first part again later in the scenario. But not all the time. It just depends on how you're going to run through the scenario. And I guess now that I think of it, I've only seen it happen a couple times. But usually I just noticed a lot more locations are usually in the first opening thing. But then again, it's usually also one of the longer parts of the scenario. All right, so that's all the locations. Now we're getting into the critters, the enemies basically, or baddies, as I always talk about, and the treacheries. Zero visibility. And now we have the agenda, along with the back for the agenda. The next agenda. Running out of time. Just got started. The act. And then assuming big enemy for that act. As you can see here. I don't know. Can't tell if it's just them showing a little bit of everything. Try to give some time to where you can pause if you need to see. These cards look new to me, but it might just be I don't remember them off the top of my head. Like I said, it has been a while since I have played the game. And was kind of looking forward to this to kind of reinvigorate and get me back into playing. Especially since one of the investigators is one of my favorites to play in Arkham, so now give it a chance, give it a try in this in the card game and see how that character acts basically. All right, so that would be the first deck. Token card for easy standard, token card for hard expert. Got the agenda there. Just more ethereal tangle. And I mean, it looks like there's more than enough room within the box, and we'll look at it at the end here. But it does look like there's more than enough room to be able to still sleeve all your cards and fit them easily in the box while leaving a lot of extra room. The base camp. Deck of Theodosia. University Halls. Hedge Maze. Deserted Station. So these look like locations that once you finish something, you're going to have to look at the back and add more story. Riverview Theater. Oh. I'll show that front again because it looked like the camera focused out a little bit. Standing Stones. Airfield. As you can see, it's already taken quite a bit just to go through all these cards. So if I was to read over every single card, it would just take forever. Plus, a small part of me doesn't want to keep some of it as new as possible to me. And since I'm always focused on making sure everything's in focus and everything, unless something just really sticks out, that way the campaign is still open to me. All right. And we got 29 and 53, so we should still have a lot of cards to reveal here. These look like all memories, because like it was bringing up different ones, like that one, Unrequited Love, Horrified Shade, some Treacheries. So, and then, of course, I noticed it with the other one. I didn't show it on the back, but these, I'm assuming, are going to be allies you can add to your deck, depending on what happens in the scenario within the campaign. But that would be the second scenario, I'm assuming. Then we get into the smaller one with the easy, standard, hard, expert, Forbidden Peaks, Terror Descends, Ascend the Mountain. So it sounds like this one's just going to be about climbing the mountain, mountainside, more mountainside. And I'm assuming we're just going to have a bunch of different mountainsides. And basically, as you explore those mountainsides, what you find. The summit. And then we get to the enemies, which starts at 13 of 34. The treacheries. Hypothermia. Looks like items that can be added to your deck, the investigator's deck. All right. And then we get to the next one. It says there's going to be 47 cards here. Easy, hard, expert, lurking horrors, Doom from Below, Sprawling City, And Sprawling City. Pursuit of the Unknown. Multiple volumes of this one. Well, this is the act, so. And then we get into the locations for it. Hidden Tunnel. City Landscape. So just like the mountainside, we got the city landscape and what you find as you are, I'm sure, investigating this city that you found in this mountain. So a lot of these locations are going to just be the other side, or what you found as you were investigating this city. Alright, and then we get into the baddie deck, which starts at 27 of 47. As we have our enemies here. Elder Things. Then we get into the treacheries. And then treachery with some weakness cards. So they will be probably adding frostbitten or possessed to your deck. Alright. 2 more to go. So we get to the second to the last one, which says says 1 of 18. Guess we shall see. Maybe these aren't quite in order of how you play them. Ancient Facility. Rinse and Repeat. Halfway through the deck and we're just on the locations. So maybe when it said of 18 cards, just talking about this location. Oh, there's the treacheries for that location. Yep. We have the Beating Heart. This says 14. So maybe these weren't in the order that they are going to be played in. More Ancient Facility cards. And then finish out that portion. Into the next one, which says 31 cards. Oh, sorry, forgot to flip to the back. That which has no name. Collapse the pylons. So I'm assuming the next locations are going to be the pylons that you are to go and collapse. Then we got some enemies here. The Nameless Madness. A lot of Nameless Madness here. And then Unsealed Phantasm, sorry. Stop on that one. Got a little carried away with flipping through those. Then we get to what I thought I saw as the Final Mirage. Oh. I did say final. Yep, Final Mirage. Then we have Titanic Ramp. Hidden tunnel. Alright, I think the rest of this is going to be stuff that just, because I see a lot of like hero cards here, so I'm assuming the stuff that just, the overall campaign, so I'm assuming extra baddies, or, you know, like this says 1 of 4, or, you know, there are only 4 cards in that deck, and then we got 7 cards in this deck. So I'm assuming these are the minor things that just get shuffled in. 1 of 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This one says 1 of 6. An Elder Thing Scavenger, Guardian Elder Thing, Rise of the Elder Things. This one's got 5 cards, 3 Ice Shafts and 2 Through the Ices. And then 6 Lost Recruiter. And then Frenzied Explorer, Abandoned to Madness, Blasphemous Visions is 6 cards into the next one. Glimpse the Unspeakable, Nightmarish Vapors. And I just noticed this card's, good thing I play with sleeves, because this card, I'll see if I can get it on camera there, but it's got a nice bend in it. Alright. This says 4 cards. Looks like 4 curses. And then 4 cards. Got a giant albino penguin. Wuck, wuck, wuck. Wuck, wuck, wuck. This says 3 cards. Forgotten Shoggoth. Rampaging Shoggoth. I guess you anger it. 5 cards. So like I said, I think these are all the minor things. And then 9 cards, so we're probably into the hero cards, or the stuff that can be added to your hero deck. Looks like a lot of the same ones, maybe different levels. Oh, and then we get into some weaknesses. So I guess the rest are weaknesses, I'm assuming. Thought it was strange. I was like, maybe some heroes and some more items. Oh, or allies, I should say, not heroes. And really, instead of heroes, investigators. Ellsworth's Boots. Anu, Faithful Companion. Alright. And as you can see here, I know that's real zoomed in. Then I got everything backwards here. I'll just have to go backwards and put them back in order. But you can see there's more than enough room here, especially if I had these all sleeved up. Like I said, I wish they would have gave some little dividers or something to go in here. And then, just in case you want to keep the heroes along with. And then, yep, little trays, maybe to keep your separate decks or the things that are going on, or the tokens you may need for this said scenario. And it all goes right back in the box, along with the investigator portion. Alright, well, cool. Like I said, sorry I didn't have time to go through every individual card as far as I can talk about it, but this would have taken even longer. As you saw, that's a lot of stuff, but it is the whole overall campaign. So it lets you see where they're going and how they're changing it to where you don't have to keep buying, like I was, for every month a new one coming out and making sure you got the next one. And if you missed one, searching around and trying to figure out which deck you were missing to make sure you got it. But all right, well, thank you for watching and have a great day.